Saw that once. I don't know if it does any good. Anyhow, welcome back to the channel, folks. Sorry about how late yesterday's video got posted, but I gotta sleep sometimes, guys. So I think what's gonna be a busy day today. Our workers are supposed to show back up to work on the wall. So yesterday, as you all know from the video, I prepped a bunch of the orchard area for them to come in and work, because they're going to be laying down the metal pieces that go horizontal on a wall. So need to get to work today. Got a lot of stuff to do. Tangmo's in her courtyard sleeping, hopefully. She's getting to the point now to where she understands that here lately every day she can't just run around. But anyhow, gotta get to work. Oh, yeah, folks. I've been waiting all morning for these guys to show up to unload that iron out here. And you know me, I'm not one to be, sitting around waiting, not doing anything. So I grabbed me a beer. Don't worry, it's after 12 o'clock. I didn't get out of bed until almost 12. But the wife and I had a little discussion about that big hole we got in the ground up there in Paradise Garden, namely our front yard. It's a pond, and the wife was really concerned about the tilapia eating the banks away. So she wanted not put any back in there. Well, here a couple of weeks ago, her mother, who is devout vegetarian, she lives in our little bitty house back here, but she got real weak, couldn't move very good and all this stuff in it, and it just scared the heck out of Fawn. So she went ahead and called the hospital, got an ambulance to come out here and pick her up, take her to the hospital, and they got her on some IVs, which if you've ever been dehydrated, you know how an IV just kind of picks you right up. So there at the hospital, they don't cater to vegetarians so much as everybody gets the same meal in the evening. Everybody gets the same meal for breakfast type deal, so she was getting fish for her meals there. Well, when she came back home, she told Fawn that she wanted some fish, and Fawn was going to fix her a vegetarian meal like she has for the 5 years I've known her, 6 years I've known her. But her mom told her she wanted fish. So here in the last week and a half since she got back home from the hospital, between the two of them, they've gone through all of our fish. So we no longer have any fish in the freezer, which means they're not stacking up in my beer cooler ice box. But last night, Fawn actually had to go to the market and buy a couple of grilled fish for dinner because Fawn's mother wanted fish. So we talked about it today, and I told her, I said, I think I have a way to keep the fish from eating up the banks and cutting our feed bill. And we can do that by putting cement pots along the edges of the pond, and in certain places, not all the way around, but you know, put say a dozen of them out there, and then put a PVC pipe 1/2 inch to go inside to the pot and let water go in there. The bottom of the pots, you can either get one that's solid or you can get one that's open, and we could use the open ones, it'd be no problem, but I want to make sure the water comes in over the top, and then we can keep the lip of the pot up above the water level and let the morning glory grow out over it and still have a nice good base and root system that the fish can't destroy. And as the vines go over the pot, the tilapia can eat on them. And it twofold, it'll cut down on our feed bill, and we can keep them from going in and eating up the banks, digging up, eating the dirt out, trying to get to the roots of everything that grows along the edge. So it looks like we're going to go ahead and put 1,000 tilapia back in the pond once we get the deck built. So me and a couple of workers are going to be out there cleaning up around the edge of the pond and putting a dozen or so pots in there. So right now I've got transplant these. I may wait another 10-15 minutes for see if those guys show up with the iron. I might go take a nap too. That's what you get for being retired. This is what I was talking about with the cement pots. The water level here was running about right here. That was about where our water level was when we were at full capacity, which is where I want to go off of. So if we say take a 40 centimeter pot and put it in the ground, we got to fill this area in right here up to this level right here where my end of my tape is. And we can do that with dirt, cinder blocks, and a little cement, and then go ahead and put a pot right in here. Do the same right there. We got all kinds of places, if you look around the pond, that we could do that. These places back up underneath here where it's cut back underneath, we're gonna have to put dirt in and then put a small cinder block wall in front of it and let that pandan start growing back down into the soil. That'll keep the fish, the tilapia, from eating away at the root systems. So those be the plans. Now we just gotta make it work.